Hello there, my beautiful friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful and excited to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every Sunday. Now, those of you that are finding yourselves entering this collective space, you are meant to be here. You were chosen to be here. You also chose this reading, so we have a synchronicity taking place. I do feel that there is a message here for you today. Now, I did my morning meditation and I had a lot of insights, a lot of intuitive ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of visions that were coming in that Spirit wanted me to share with you. And what I did today was pull 5 cards from a deck that I've never used. And the reason why I chose this deck is I feel that some of us are being activated, our gifts. Some of us are gifted. And many of us know what our gifts are, and we're meant to apply them and use those gifts at this time. Others, we are developing those gifts through the experiences that we're going through. So I'm going to start with the 5 cards, and then I've got a selection of cards here, which I'm going to go through each and every one of them to explain what it is that I'm pulling for you. And I'm going to share my vision with you as well. So let's first, I'm going to share with you the cards. The first card I received was Warrior. So warrior spirit. And I talked about this in my last Chosen Ones reading. This energy where we're meant to apply some of the knowledge, the wisdom that we have through this warrior spirit energy. So the message for you today is a unique spiritual gift that involves a heightened ability to pray and act with power and passion. Nothing and no one can stop you. So once again, a unique spiritual gift that involves a heightened ability to pray and act with power and passion. Nothing and no one can stop you. All right. And what I also want you to do today is to use your own intuition with my readings. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. Not only will this strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. Okay. So we've got the Spirit Warrior energy. And the second card I pulled was Heyoka. I hope I'm saying that right. So Heyoka came up. And the message here is you are the mirror, easily taking on another person's energy and exposing them to their shadow and their light, a walking karma. How many of you feel that this is your energy? This is what I'm getting here, it's enhancing, it's becoming even stronger. And there's this need to express yourself around situations in your life. So once again, you are the mirror, easily taking on another person's energy and exposing them to their shadow and their light, a walking karma. Some of you are a walking karma. Okay, so again, take a look at the images of these cards and see how they resonate for you today. I also pulled the Underworld. This is a really interesting and fascinating card. I just feel like there's a lot of depths that we're meant to go down into and look at with a flashlight. This is what Spirit was showing me in my vision when I pulled this card. It's almost like someone went underwater. I was getting a submarine and just someone diving underwater to discover something. So the message here is there's an underworld inside of you that resonates with darkness, a potent power of birth and death, generation, and destruction. So once again, there's an underworld inside of you that resonates with darkness, a potent power of birth and death, generation, and destruction. So look at that. It just comes through once in a while here for some of you where you feel this energy, you feel chaos around you. And right now, I do feel for some of us, we feel like we're upside down. And what I was seeing in my vision as I pulled this card was a world and then a world on top of it, but upside down. It almost felt like I was in a movie. And I'm sure there have been movies where they've had these visions or images of worlds upside down, right? So this is what I was getting. Now, this one was really interesting because I've been feeling this energy for a little while. It was starseed that came up. Some of you are starseeds. Okay, so the message here is you possess many special, unusual, and sometimes supernatural traits or abilities which assist you in your life's mission. So once again, you possess many special, unusual, and sometimes supernatural traits or abilities which assist you in your life's mission. So those of you that are feeling like you're different, that you don't fit into the world, it's because it's probably this energy. So this is where Spirit wants you to explore this a little bit more. Okay, there's something special about you here, my friends. Now, the fifth card that I pulled was Spirit World. And this is where I've been feeling that energy of light and dark. And there's a lot of messengers that are coming in, delivering messages for us. And there are some that are coming from the underworld, okay? And again, I was getting this submarine underwater, someone going deep down and discovering something with this card as well. So the world to the spirit world is open to you. Open yourself up to their wisdom and allow them to help you in this lifetime. So once again, the world to the spirit world is open to you. Open yourself up to their wisdom and allow them to help you in this lifetime. So those of us that are in a dark place, feeling like we're going through a lot of negative experiences, this is the underworld. This is that dark energy, that shadow that is rising. And there's almost a discovery that is happening from this experience in your life. I feel that you're developing your gifts through your experiences. And what Spirit was showing me was rock bottom. Some of you hitting rock bottom, and you need to hit rock bottom in order to activate yourself. So allow yourself to flow with whatever energy is coming into your life, whether it feels good or bad. Allow yourself to move with it. Feel your emotions as you go through it. We are meant to feel our emotions, okay? So if you need a good cry, cry it out. Talk to someone that you trust, someone that, you know, you can really talk to in a deep way here, a connection. If you're not able to do that, we can also find professional help here, right? Counselors or therapists. I feel that you have to get some of these emotions out into words. And another way of doing this is writing it down. Very powerful energy, transferring the information that is coming in, the emotions that you're feeling onto a sheet of paper. Okay, so there's a release that needs to happen at this time. And through that, there's a development happening here, everyone. There's a discovery of your gifts, a rare gift. And a lot of us have gifts other people don't have. So this is where Spirit is really wanting you to discover some of these gifts that are rising. Now, with my vision I had, and some of my dreams have had these bells in them. And where Spirit was taking me with this was back to my past when I was younger, through my teenage years, adulthood, young adulthood. I used to watch a lot of Hindi films. And in Hindi films, these bells were in temples. And the image I was getting was a woman that had run into the temple, frantic, afraid, like it was life or death for her. And I feel like because there was harm or something that was not going well. And in Bollywood movies, Hindi movies, it's usually like the husband is in trouble and the wife can sense it. So she'll run to the temple, she'll hit the bells, and she'll do this like dance, a trance dance with music, and you'll see, you'll see the god's eyes, right? You'll see like Saraswati's eyes if she's dancing and praying to Saraswati or another god, right? Krishna even. And she's got these ankle bracelets on that are making noise, and she's doing this full-on dance, activating this power, which then saves her husband or the person in mind. But also I was getting this image of a Hindi movie that I watched a long time ago where a woman turns into a snake. And it's through the music, right? The snake charmer music. So I was hearing the snake charmer's music, and I was seeing her image of her like making the snake and dancing and doing all of that. So I feel there's a transformation happening where within that transformation, transition, there's this death rebirth energy, which was showing up in some of these darker cards for you, where gifts are going to be revealed, but there's these shadows that are coming through with it, this darker part of ourselves. Okay, and it also reminded me of myself because I have a darker energy, which I didn't realize I had until I started making my own music. So I use GarageBand. I don't know if any of you know what that app is, but I use that to make synthwave music, which my husband taught me. And I've really loved making music. And every type of music I make always comes out really, really dark. So I have this dark underworld energy that comes out creatively through music. And I didn't even know I had that. And it came out through me just exploring music and making it myself. So there's something coming through here, something that is being activated within us through our life's experience, whatever it is that you're going through, whether you're going through a high or a low. Okay, there is something that is wanting to shine through you. So what I'm going to do for you today is open your reading with a spirit animal card. What kind of a message do the animals have around you, especially those of you that are seeing animals around you? Then I'm going to pull 3 messages from my tarot card deck, see what it is that spirit wants you to hear today. I'm also going to pull a surrender card. What is it that we can surrender at this time and release? A healing message as well. So what is it that we can heal in our lives? And I'm going to pull a blocked energy card. So 3 blocked energy cards. What is it that could be blocking us and how can we release it? Followed by a bonus card. And I have chosen the L-Key Oracle deck. This is a Spirit Warrior deck. So I'm super excited about reading the interpretation here once I pull that card. I'm going to also pull 5 personal messages for you today. So when this time comes, I want you to pause the video, take a deep breath, connect to spirit, and then place these messages wherever they resonate for you. We're going to close off with an angel number as well. Okay, so those of you that are watching today, if you've been seeing signs through animals or insects, any repeating numbers or angel numbers, any kind of patterns or symbols, this is going to bring you your confirmation and guidance today, okay? All right, so let's first call in spirit and open up your reading. I actually had to pause this video for a quick second here because I had to grab another deck I wanted to use today, which I completely forgot about. It's the Doors deck, and I've been seeing a lot of doors, gateways, and portals opening for us, hence why I chose this deck. So when the time comes, I'm going to have you pick a card, pick a door, okay? So your opening card, which just came out here right now, is Cockatoo. Have any of you seen a cockatoo in your life? This is your confirmation today. If you haven't, you're seeing one now. So the message here for you is your unique voice and lively energy are your greatest assets. Your zest for life light up the world. So once again, your unique voice and lively energy are your greatest assets. Your zest for life light up the world. So this is where you use your voice, express yourself, and don't be afraid to. Don't shy away. This is one of those energies where I'm picking up some of you singing. You have this beautiful energetic vibe, especially with your voice, and perhaps you're shy about sharing it with others, and that's okay. Some of us sing in our car, some of us sing in our shower, some of us sing while we're cleaning the house, right? I sing in the shower, I sing in my car, and I love doing it. I'm not afraid to, but I'm afraid to do it in front of people. So it's something that I do that is, something that I enjoy doing. So let's pull 3 cards here and see what else we get. We're getting a strength. Look at that. Spirit is wanting you to have strength. There's this inner part of you that is now coming to the forefront here. There's something that wants to be shared, something that needs to be heard. Right? This is kind of bubbling and brewing within you. Some of you are feeling this, and there's signs around you as well that are sharing with you that there's something coming, something big is happening in your life. This is where those of us that are feeling like our inner beast, a part of ourselves that maybe a darker energy is starting to rise. It's all about building a relationship with that. Okay, with that energy. It's all about taming that beast, becoming one with it, and learning how to move through this world with that darker and light energy. Okay, so strength. Now this is a major arcana card, so this energy is going to be prominent. However, it's in the background. So some of you are going to feel this intensely and others you're going to feel this subtly. Okay, so know that the strength energy is around. We've got the 5 of Swords coming through. So there's a change happening. Some of you might be feeling like you're trapped or stuck, or someone else is keeping you trapped or stuck. It's a really interesting energy here. It can go both ways. Perhaps you're holding on to something which you're not wanting to lose, right? So I want you to take a look at these images because they will resonate for you. What do these cards mean for some of you today? Share with me in the comment section below. So 5 of Swords, change. This is where Spirit really wants you to break free, become that beautiful butterfly, allow yourself to fly. No one can hold you back. You are the one that makes that choice to move forward and live your life the way that you would like to. Okay, so the 5 of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. Look at this, a beautiful connection. Allow yourself to express yourself. We've got a lot of emotional energy here as well. So some of you might have been feeling emotional recently. And this is where you really get to know your emotions. And when we're having an emotional response to something, a reaction, this is where we allow ourselves to stop for a second to observe those emotions. And this is really hard to do. It takes practice. And sometimes we want to react because we're having an emotion, something that's triggering our body that is like alarming us. It's an alarm that's going off. And instead of reacting to it, catch yourself and breathe through the energy. Count to 90. Give yourself 90 seconds here. Okay, allow that emotion to pass. I feel sometimes when we have something negative happen to us, we want to get angry, we want to lash out, we want to cry. We have all of these different emotions that take over us. Allow yourself to feel them. We're not supposed to suppress them. We're meant to feel them. Emotions are so powerful and they can teach us so much. So allow yourself to express your emotions, but also feel them at this time, because this is opening a doorway. This is why I got the doors cards, everyone. There is a doorway. There is a gateway, some sort of a portal, something that is happening that is opening you up to a completely different world. And I do feel this as an ascension for all of us that is coming in here. An ascension, this, it's almost like this carbon crystalline to light energy. Okay, this is on an energetic level that is happening here. And look at all of these beautiful cards, these gifts that are coming in that are developing and going to be expressed in the world. Some of you are here to serve. There's something that you're meant to share with the world. Some of you are here to teach and inspire others, right? And everyone's journey, our unique journeys, are a part of that development, a part of that growth, a part of that gift that develops through the experiences that we go through. And some of us have way more harder lives than others. There's a reason for that, right? Those of us that do have really hard lives, I feel it's because we have a warrior spirit. And this is where you activate it by going through some of those experiences and come out of them winning, okay? Sometimes there aren't wins with those, and there's lessons in that, right? So Spirit is really wanting you to kind of, they're wanting you to release and come from a place of love, right? We signed a soul contract is what they're saying now. And a lot of us, you know, a majority of us really don't know what it is that we signed. And we don't remember that when we come to this earth, when we're born, it's all wiped clean. But we're born with these gifts, and these gifts that we were born with are usually dumbed down or diluted through society, through our upbringing, through this matrix that we are born into, right? And I feel it's us reconnecting that with that soul version of ourselves. So this is what is actually going on right now, is we're connecting with that soul version of us. It's almost like an activation where we're meant to share our gifts with the world. So some of you are going to find yourselves with this rare gift that you didn't know you have, or maybe you do have it and you don't understand it. So it's all about getting to learn more about it, to get in tune with it, and then to wield it, okay? So before I begin here, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today, so those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also pass it along to someone that might need to hear this message, okay? So we've got a development, we've got things kind of shaking about here, things that are falling away, and new beginnings that are opening up. And this is so wonderful because this is something that is big going on in your life. There is this big development, this energy that is coming through, and it's so beautiful because you're going to share this with the world. There's so much energy of connection here, connection to others. So have strength. Spirit is really wanting you to tap into that inner strength, okay? We got a lion here in the card. Some of you might be seeing lions. Perhaps you have a lion tattoo, or someone else does. Maybe there's an image, something here to do with lions. This is linking to the underworld and the spirit world card for me today. This is where strength is taking me. It's the shadow version of ourselves that is rising, this darker part of ourselves that wants to be cultivated, but also expressed. And I feel this is going to come through creatively for you, okay? Creatively, and in a form that might be like music, writing, right? This could be through you having your own YouTube channel, sharing your expertise, advice, these kinds of things, right? Some of you are meant to share your life's history, your life's story, the struggles you've gone through, how you overcame them, right? You're in a place right now, some of you, where you've gone through a lot and you're meant to share your story, however you do that. So again, through music, through writing, through poetry, through, you know, your creative baking, whatever it is. You are really creative here, everyone. We are all creators. We are born creators. Everything in this world that exists is made by us humans, right? So some of you are meant to create. You're meant to express yourself through creative ways. This is where exploration is going to be huge for you. So if you're able to get out and explore some of your strengths, if there's any kind of fears, because we do have a lot of dark energy and fear is coming up with this card, fears of being judged, fears of the dark, just fears of anything at all. This is a time for you to turn those fears into your greatest strengths. Okay, it's time for you to work on those. This is where Spirit is calling on you to work on these things. Perhaps you're experiencing things that might be feeling extremely scary, extremely hard. It's because Spirit is trying to activate your strength through those, right? So call on Spirit guides, especially if you're finding that you're having a tough time. Sometimes all that is us waking up to something completely different, a way of looking, a new perspective, right? Maybe a new way of doing something, right? It's opening you up to something. There's a door available for you to walk through. If you just calm your body down, breathe through that energy, don't react to it. Let's give ourselves some time here to breathe, calm, that cultivating that inner peace within ourselves. For me, this took a little while to cultivate that inner peace, and I had to try a lot of different things. For me, I'm very connected to water. Some of you might be as well, where when I take a shower, it calms everything down. If I'm feeling angry or frustrated, I will go take a shower. I will turn music on. I will even turn the lights dark. I'll put some candles on. I'll set a whole vibe, a whole mood, and it totally relaxes me. Sometimes I'll dance in the shower, depending on what I want to feel like. I will create this energy, this space, this like energetic field around me. And anytime I go into my bathroom now, because I do this so often, it's a part of my nightly ritual where I'll take a shower, and sometimes I will put some lights on and candles. But the bathroom for me is a very peaceful place. It's a portal that I've opened of peace because I do the same thing over and over in the same space. So this is why temples were coming in with these bells, because Spirit is wanting you to create a sacred space in your home where you can go to cultivate this energy, because now you're activating a portal that remains there. And you know, my dad has, and this is where I've gotten a lot of this spiritual stuff, is through my dad, right? He actually, since I was a young girl, he's prayed every morning and every night. He has a prayer room where he prays every single morning when he gets up. He spends an hour, and then in the evening, he has his morning and nightly rituals. He's never missed it. It's a sacred space that he's created, so it's a complete room. And anytime you walk into that, there's a lot of respect there, right? He walks in with respect. He respects the space, keeps it clean, right? And then now the other thing that's coming through here is body temple, taking care of this vessel that we are in, right? God has given us this vessel to move through this earth, and it is our job, our duty to take care of this. So Spirit is giving you the strength to take care of this physical body, but also that spiritual mind, that spiritual body, that spiritual soul energy, right? So there's a huge spotlight on you right now, where you need to work on yourself in order to see that more like a fresh, newer version of you reflected in your world. Okay, so this is where Spirit is really asking you to pull on that strength that you already have. Remember, we all have gone through situations in our lives where we have overcome obstacles and challenges. This is where Spirit wants to look at how they want you to look at how strong you are. sometimes we don't even realize how strong we are because we forget, or we're just distracted by the other things that feel more overwhelming when in reality, they're actually not. And Spirit is trying to get rid of illusions, slice some of those illusions out of our life so we can see through that veil. And this is what's going on right now, especially on the world level, is there's a lot of truths that are being revealed. And when we're, you know, these portals that we have, our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, is, you know, the things that we see, the things that we hear, sometimes there's a lot of manipulation, influence, illusion in it. So this is where Spirit wants us to have the strength to see through things that might not be real. Okay, so there's a lot that is going on a global, worldly, universal level. We are going through a major shift in the world. And some of you are going to experience a lot of paradox shifts in your life. Okay, where something that is conflicting is now intertwining with something different, a different way of seeing things. So there's this paradox shift that is happening within everything else that is going on in your lives. So again, and also werewolves are coming up here. And this energy when the full moon is out, because the moon cycle really affects some of you out there. And I feel when we have the full moon, we just had the full moon, we've got the new moon coming up here. And again, it affects us all differently, our emotions, right? We've got the emotions card here coming out. So emotions are meant to be expressed at this time. But this werewolf energy, I feel these are our shadows. We are the werewolves. And sometimes what happens is anger might take over, right? And we're angry for a moment and we're just lashing out at people. So there's this energy that is being projected outwardly. So this is where we catch ourselves to see where this werewolf energy is coming through and tame that version of ourselves. Learn to work with it better. Instead, let's unleash this anger into working out, right? Into painting, into music. There's different ways we can channel this energy. So it's all about you working with some of those energies to allow yourself to really rise in the world. And I feel that there's this darker part of yourself that is rising that's actually a gift. And you're meant to actually work with it. This is what I feel like. And you're breaking free. There's like, maybe you've been stuck in a situation for a very long time. Perhaps you're someone that's been wanting to be in that place of uncomfort because it is comfortable for you. That discomfort is comfortable. You feel safe in that space. You're a beautiful butterfly that is meant to fly and roam the world here. You're meant to spread your wings and share that energy of love, of abundance, of beauty, of just so many different things, right? So, it's not that you're in that cocoon phase. Like what I'm getting here is just like this card, we've got a butterfly in a jar that's been kind of kept there. And perhaps you've gone through some hurts and pains. There's things that have happened to you that you've experienced that are holding you back. And maybe you're with somebody that you feel is safe. I'm getting codependency here. And there's almost this cutting of, like it's a sword that's cutting the thread. And I feel it's a red thread that is tied to two people that is being cut. I don't know what this means for some of you. This could be a relationship. This could be something else, but a project. But there's almost like this cord that is being cut, a thread that looks like a cord. Okay? And you're being set free. And what's happening here is perhaps you haven't asked to be set free. Perhaps you didn't know that you can be free. There's freedom coming through this card, whatever freedom means to you. All right? Freedom to share your gifts, freedom to express yourself in the way that you choose to. So there's a major transformation happening within you. You are shape-shifting here. And anytime I get the number 5, this lets me know that there's definitely a change taking place. There may be some chaos, some turbulent energy shaking around you. And this can show up as a situation that unfolds in your life. Maybe an argument happens. Perhaps you've been with a partner who's kept you in an energy or a space that isn't resonating for you, isn't you. So I'm seeing a cord being cut there as well, a thread being cut there. You kind of walking away from that relationship. You really walking away from that relationship. Some of you have already done this. You know what this energy feels like, right? And again, I would love to hear what these cards represent for all of you because they're going to show up differently for us, right? Depending on what it is that we're going through. And the 5 of Swords, usually, I feel the Swords energy is your intellect, your mind, your thoughts, everything that is going on here in the mental landscape. right? So they're really wanting you to see kind of what is going on here, clear some of those energies to allow yourself to be free, to also connect with spirit, allow that awareness, allow the messages, allow the synchronicity to happen where you can actually see them happening. And you're able to take that guidance and move forward with your life without feeling like there's all these blocks that are weighing you down and you're not able to move forward. So I'm seeing a lot of bricks, and I'm seeing bricks attached to you with strings in the back. So this could be a cutting of that string from a block. I'm seeing egos kind of falling away, where you're cutting those ties on egos. There's different kinds of egos, right? There's an ego of anger, of jealousy, of lust, all these kind of different ones. So you know, it's a long journey of releasing these egos, because from our upbringing to now, we've picked up so many different ones. So I feel there's this layers, parts of you that are releasing at this time. And as this release is happening, it's like that carbon copy of yourself is turning into crystalline, then turning into light. Now this is a process. This is that I'm getting the butterfly effect coming in as well. Okay. So I don't know if any of you have seen that movie, The Butterfly Effect. And maybe you have been, so what I'm getting here, this is so interesting, is someone's been keeping you down. Someone has been holding on to you. And there's hurts and pains here that this person has inflicted on you. And you've kind of been taking it because I feel that you don't know anything else, or it's like scary to look at the unknown or to go further past that. It's like you're actually in a jar here being kept and not being, and it's almost like you're wanting this person to keep you here, or I don't know what this is. You're going to have to share this with me, everyone. And what's happening is there's air. This person has obviously poked holes in there so this butterfly can breathe and fly. But there's this, it's almost like this person is even about to release you and let you go, but you're choosing to do this and you're about to fly away into the world. So there's this beautiful energy of release, but also liberation that is coming in, and sovereignty is coming in here as well. Just very powerful here. And this has been a long time coming for some of you. It's been a long time coming. Okay, so there's a breaking free, you building your strength here, tapping into your gifts. And look at this, everything is coming out. This feels like, to me, secrets pouring out, things that you've held on to pouring out, everything that was suppressed pouring out. It's like this flood of energy that is coming out of you, but in a good way. So I'm seeing and hearing people crying, like this just deep cry. And what I'm getting here is, I don't know if any of you have taken part in those yoga programs where you're able to release energies through crying. There's retreats. So some of you may be called, I don't know if any of you have seen any of these retreats where you get to cry all the energy out. I don't know what they're called. So if you do know what they're called, share with me in the comment section below. Maybe even leave a link if you're organizing one or if you know of one. Just because I feel some of us need to do this. Now they're showing me somebody out on a beach just crying by the ocean, just really loud and releasing this energy. And sometimes that's all we need. We need to express ourselves. Now the emotions are coming up as well. Allow yourself to feel emotions, allow them to pass. This is major healing that is happening for some of you, major healing. And there's a lot that some of you have been carrying, that are still carrying to this day, that needs to be released. And maybe you're holding on to it. Perhaps you are the one that's holding on to that version of you and not allowing yourself to be free, to explore the world, to really be happy. Sometimes this is a thing that we do to ourselves, where we get so comfortable with those emotions of feeling sorry for ourselves, or feeling like we're not worthy, or feeling like we're hurt, pain. It becomes a habit. And if we don't have it, we create it, right? So these are the things that Spirit is wanting you to really release in your life. They're wanting you to clean the waters within your body here. Some of you need a detox. Some of you need to eat healthier, taking care of this body temple. But there is a cleansing. There is a renewal happening here with this card that is opening you up to this completely different experience, these completely different emotions. And Spirit is wanting you to be open and receptive, but also open and positive with these energies as they come through. Feel what it is that you're going through. They want you to feel it. They don't want you to suppress it. And they really want me to focus on you really hearing this message about your feelings, about those emotions that have been kind of put in the ground. I'm getting a women's circle, like group activities or places that you can go to talk, to express yourself. So this is where you take that step, you take the initiative. You want to be an active participant in your own reality here, everyone, where you are looking for maybe a group that you can sit with, that's aligned with your energy, that you can talk about some of the things that you've been holding on to, where you have people that may have gone through the same thing here. Right? So workshops, you know, talking to a therapist or a counselor, talking to a loved one. It's just this expression of yourself. Something is really wanting to come out. A secret, again, they're showing a secret being revealed. You've been holding on to something for a very long time that needs to be shared. Right? It's not meant to be yours alone. And sometimes when we have a lot, maybe you have someone else's secret, right? Some of us hold on to other people's secrets, and it's not that you're going to spill the beans to that person, or it's more you getting it out. You're like releasing that energy that you have been holding on to. I've experienced this in my life. I find a lot of people share their secrets with me, their frustrations and things that they're going through, but they don't want me to share it with anyone else, right? So it's a lot. It overwhelms me sometimes. So I share a lot of things with my husband or my sister. Those are my people that I go to, that I can feel comfortable without being judged, to say what I want, say how I'm feeling, and express my feelings without feeling like they're going to judge me because I'm acting like crazy or something like that, or just sharing things that need to be expressed, right? So this is where Spirit is really wanting you to express yourself through writing, through talking to people, being in groups, right? Getting that energy out there, because now you're opening yourself up. You're cleaning that energy. You're allowing yourself to, there's almost like vulnerability coming in as well. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And that can be scary in itself. It's not like you're completely exposing yourself, but you're allowing yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable, right? This is where, again, we can really feel like, oh my gosh, I've got to get my guards up because now I'm starting to feel a little bit vulnerable. And maybe someone takes advantage of that. So this is where you really be mindful of who you share your secrets with, who you express yourself to, okay? So just be mindful of the person it is that you're confiding in. All right, so we've got some new energies opening up for you, and I'm going to pull some more cards and see exactly what's coming through for you here. So expression here, your voice, give it purpose here is what Spirit is saying. So let's pull a surrender card. What is it that we can surrender and release at this time? Spirit guides, what can we share with all of us here in the collective, collaborative energy here? We are getting surrender to prayer. Very powerful here. They're wanting you to surrender, all of us to surrender to prayer. The message for you today is give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So once again, give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So in my last Chosen Ones reading, I was seeing a lot of ravens and crows coming through a portal, messages coming in for all of us. So these prayers are being heard and answered at this time. So just a reminder for everyone. Prayer is so powerful, everyone. I just believe in the power of prayer. All right, so let's pull a healing message, see what it is that we need to heal in our lives. We are getting call for support. So we also got this card in the last reading. We're getting it again. So Spirit really wants you to call for support here. All of you that are watching, and we've got two beautiful foxes here in this card. And the message for all of you is you don't have to do this all on your own. The help you need is there. Simply ask for it and let yourself receive. Now, this has an affirmation that you can write down and use in your own life. It is safe for me to ask for support. So once again, it is safe for me to ask for support. So once again, if any of you are seeing geese, we've got a goose up here. We've got two foxes. Perhaps you're seeing things in pairs. You're seeing the number 2s around. This is your confirmation. And we've got the phone number 49 on this card. So the number 49, some of you might be 49 years old as you're watching this reading. Perhaps 49 is a number of significance. I'm getting 49 days, 49 hours, but also I'm getting 49 weeks around the message of this card, okay? So let's pull some blocked energy cards. What is it that's blocking us and how can we release it? All right, Spirit Guide, share with us what it is that we all need to hear today. So your first card, undiscovered talents. Look at that. It's working with the theme here. Some of you have undiscovered talents. There are some hidden talents that you possess that you haven't discovered. And how do you unblock yourself to discover these? Is to look to your past. All right. Look back into your past and think of all the things you were good at as a child. Even if these skills seem useless now, they could easily still be hidden talents. So go back and take a look at all the things that you were good at as you were a child. This is where you're going to discover some of your hidden talents, your gifts. Okay. Some of you have rare gifts here. And they're coming out. I'm telling you, they are coming out. We've got a blocked third eye chakra. So some of you might be experiencing a blocked third eye chakra. So you may feel non-assertive, afraid of success, bad intuition, or it could make you egotistical. How do you unblock this sixth chakra, this third eye chakra? To heal your third eye chakra, practice meditation while using crystals to connect to your intuition and subconscious, which you can then rely upon for guidance. So I always keep crystal clear quartz on my desk because this is how I connect to spirit. Okay, I always keep a glass of water as well with these crystals as an offering to spirit, but also as a connection, a channel. And I also have Saraswati here for a connection as well. So I have a lot of implementations of things that I do, practices for me to really connect with spirit. So negative self-image is your third card. How many of you have a negative self-image? Okay, so negative self-image focuses on faults and distorts failure and imperfections. It makes them bigger than they actually are. So it's an illusion, right? So work on your self-image. It's time for you to really work on yourself, everyone, especially if you're experiencing this negative self-image. So stop downplaying or ignoring your positive qualities and remind yourself that there is plenty of good about you. I know a few people in my life that just go in this downward spiral because they failed at something or one thing didn't work out, and then that defines their complete life for the next couple of weeks. This is what you want to catch yourself going through. When you find yourself going through that energy, that downward spiral, catch yourself, breathe through it, allow yourself to experience those emotions, but allow them to pass as well. Okay, and again, this takes practice, everyone. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pull these 4 doors. So what I want you to do here is pause this video once I've pulled the 4 doors and then pick a door that resonates the most with you. And I'm going to flip over the cards and share the messages with you today, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and pull all the other cards. So your first door, everyone, is this door. I'm going to put that on the screen here for you. This is the first door. And the second door is this one. All right. And the third door, I'm going to just split this again is what Spirit is saying here. And we are getting this door. This is your third door. And now we're moving on to the fourth door, which is this one. All right. So we've got all the doors here on the screen. I want you to take a minute here, pause the video, see which door resonates, and I'm going to flip all these cards over now. So your first door, those of you that chose the first door, draw down the moon is the message here. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs, find us in the wild good night. So once again, draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs, find us in the wild good night. Okay, so that's your message if you chose door number 1. Door number 2, we have patience coming through. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things things will be all right. They're asking to pass this card on, meaning pass this video on to someone that may need to hear the message today. So once again, patience. Have patience here. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. All right, and your third door is, if I mix this up, I apologize. I may have mixed up the doors here. Trust the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing is not yours, but the universe at play. And have faith and breathe. So once again, I'm going to read this to you. Trust the universe is what Spirit is saying. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe is at play. Okay? And have faith and breathe. So look at that. So this was this door. And we got the fourth door. All right, so Jude's song. The message here is a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases. You can find peace within the strangest of places. So once again, Jude's song. A reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases. You can find peace within the strangest of places. All right, so look at that. So those are your doors that you have opened. I'm now going to pull a bonus card from the L Key Oracle deck. I'm going to read you the interpretation from the guidebook. See what it is that Spirit would like you to hear today. All right, so I'm just creating such a big mess here on my desk today. We are getting Taurus, she who is present. Taurus, she who is present. Now, awareness and acceptance are the key words. So Spirit is wanting you to be in the here and the now. They want you to heighten your awareness. How do you heighten your awareness? You clear the thoughts out of your mind and allow yourself to be open. And acceptance. Acceptance of where you are, what it is that you're experiencing, or whatever it is that you're going through. They want you to have some acceptance. Okay, so let's read the message of this card. So we are getting here for you, Taurus. I don't know if any of you know a Taurus in your life. Taurus, she who is present, stands strong during a blizzard. Her hair sweeps up to entangle with the fingers of the wind. Rather than complain about the storm, she simply allows her senses to be aware and accept what is. This is a time of quiet solitude. In her hair, she harbors both butterfly and vine from the harsh reality of the snow. The vine, the insect, and the woman all find beauty in the present moment. Taurus, whose name means now in Polish, values when and where she is. This card is asking you to honor the things that are happening now, good, bad, and indifferent. Acknowledge this instant of time fully. Do not avoid the present moment by dreaming of the future or revisiting the past. It might be a good time to engage in physical activity to focus your awareness in the here and the now. Your best hope for the situation is to face it head on. This is not a time to play ostrich. Facing this moment with acceptance will carry you into the next. So don't put your head in the ground here. Let's look at everything that's going on and move through it. So we've got some journaling prompts. Feel free to write these down, everyone. Am I doing everything I can stay present in this moment? Once again, am I doing everything I can to stay present in this moment? The next one is, how can I focus myself more effectively? So once again, how can I focus myself more effectively? And the third prompt is, what happens when I accept things the way they are? What happens when I accept things the way they are? So look at that. That is your bonus message. I'm now going to pull 5 personal messages for you. So feel free to pause this video, take a deep breath, connect to Spirit, and come back and place these messages wherever they resonate for you today. So your first card, everyone, is Rising Crescent. So look at that. Have any of you seen a rising crescent moon? This is your confirmation today. So the message here is, it's time to set a new goal or dream a new dream. You don't have to leave your comfort zone, just expand it. So once again, it's time to set a new goal or dream a new dream. You don't have to leave your comfort zone, just expand it. All right, so first message. Second message here is conflict resolution. We've got some tigers. We've got disagreements here, butting heads. The message is, differences are bound to create conflict, but no matter how intractable, all conflicts are capable of peaceful resolution through compromise. So once again, differences are bound to create conflict. But no matter how intractable, all conflicts are capable of peaceful resolution through compromise. Okay, so Spirit is wanting some of us to compromise in a situation that we're in. Okay, so build bridges, not walls. Build bridges, not walls. The message here is everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of the walls you built. Let your guard down and let life in. So once again, everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of the walls you've built. Let your guard down and let life in. So look at that. And I feel that this card here, the Five of Swords, is a wall, a jar that we built for ourselves where we can be safe. And sometimes that safe is uncomfortable for us. And it's more comfortable than being out there in the unknown, right? That can be more scary. So they're wanting you to allow yourself out of that jar to break down some of those walls. Sacred contract. Look at this. Sacred contract. So the message here is you have a sacred contract with the universe. Trust there is divine order behind everything. So once again, you have a sacred contract with the universe. Trust that there is divine order behind everything. All right. And your fifth card, uproot bad habits. We've got a volcano here. We've got a contract. We've got a bridge. We've got some tigers. All of these are confirmations or signs that are coming in, especially if you're seeing these, okay? The images on these cards. The message is you have let bad habits take hold of your life. It's time to uproot them and start fresh if you want to see a positive change in your life. So once again, you have let bad habits take a hold of your life. It's time to uproot them and start fresh if you want to see a positive change in your life. All right? So look at that. We're going to close off here with an angel number. So those of you that are seeing angel numbers, repeating numbers in your life, this is going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So we are getting for all of you 111. Intuition. If you're seeing these numbers, this is your confirmation today. Intuition is very heightened right now. Some of you are receiving intuitive downloads. Maybe you have intuitive ideas that you're meant to act upon. So time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process here. And we've got moderation. So Spirit is wanting us to take things in moderation, no matter what they are, to have faith, patience, flow with the energy. You're going to receive clarity here. They're wanting you to be in that energy of joy. They want you to move and have some movement in your life and do some self-reflection here. They're wanting you to also take action. It's time for you to start taking action. And we've got some unconditional love coming from that heart center. When we're giving love out, when we're expressing love, let's do this without any kind of expectations, because when we have expectations around the love that we give, there's a lot of disappointment that comes. So this is where we express love freely without any kind of expectations. And this is where we start to see some of that love coming back. Okay. So 111, know that your intuition is very strong at this time. So this is my reading for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.